Well, now that I'm happy with making the molding, I've ripped some good cherry here. It's 1.5 inches thick, and it's about 6 foot long, which should be more than I need. You can see the pattern there. Ready to be cut that cove on the table saw, so it'll take a number of passes here till I get the cove to where I want it to, and then we'll take it downstairs and hand plane the curve. So those are the next steps. Well, the cove is cut out now, so now I've got to round over the top section of the molding with hand planes, scrapers, and whatever else I can use. Well, I've added a fillet to the end of the molding here, which was always my original intent. And so now I've got a hollow plane here that I'm using to round it over so that it's a rounded foot on the bottom. So it's just a matter of running it along that edge. Until we get enough off to be able to run it down the middle. Taking pretty good bites here in the beginning. I gotta ease it up a little bit. Well, I've traced the pattern onto the molding here, and I've got 6 obviously to cut out, 2 for the left and right side of the front, and 1 each for the rear, and it'll be flat across the back. So I thought I had plenty, but I only have extra there in the middle for 1. So I thought I'd have at least 2. I've got like 1 3/4 in there, so I can't mess up too much. So now to chop it out. So there's the 6 pieces mitered, and I used again the face miter on my chop saw after having checked it to make sure that it was at 45. So it cut nice miters there. I've still got to worry about the 5 degree that I got to put on the front, and they're not the size yet. They're oversized. So we have to cut them out and then miter the 2 front corners. The back needs to be dovetailed into some side feet. Cutting out the back 2 legs, the pattern on the back 2 legs. Gluing the 5 degree returns on the 2 front pieces now, so we'll let that dry, and then I'll glue the 2 pieces together then. So I'm chopping out the dovetails now for the rear 2 legs. Got a piece of soft maple there that I cut to size and just dovetail it into the end, which makes the rear foot. So I've got 1 already completed, and I'm chopping out the pins on this one, so it won't be long till I've got the rear done. So I'm gluing up the 2 sides of the bracket feet here on the miter, and I've got a jig here that I learned to make from Fine Woodworking magazine. In fact, there's an article in the July-August issue of 2011 on making bracket feet, and it was a super article, and a lot of the work that I did here this last week was from that article. But in particular, he had a jig that was on plywood, has sandpaper on the other side, and then these two rectangular blocks that allow you to pinch the two 45s together without a spline in the middle, and it doesn't slide. So it's great. That's the second one. Here's the first one, and it's dried here. I haven't removed the excess glue off of it yet, but now we've got to put a brace in behind here, and of course we'll have to stack some pieces because of the grain. The grain is going this way, so we have to alternate the grain patterns back there. So that's the next step. So now I've glued in the reinforcing blocks around the back, again following the article in the Fine Woodworking magazine. And now I'm rounding over the front of the leg here, and it has to follow this curve that is the front. You can see that it's marked out here. So it's straight, and then we cut a 5-degree angle to it that helped bring it back, but in the end it has to round over this way as well as round down that way. So I'm using a spoke shave, and eventually we'll use files. I could have used a rasp here, but I wanted to take it off a little at a time, and then I go over to the chest and mount it up under there and see how the curve is coming. I don't want to take off too much, but when you look at it from the top, you should see the round. I'm attaching the feet now with screws and glue, and I had pre-drilled the holes in there. All the feet were on once before, and I'm taking them back off so that the position is exactly where I want it. And then I'm putting some glue on the bottom here, but not too much because I don't want it to squeeze out all over the place. But enough to keep it in place. The screws are the primary holding. And of course I'm using my hide glue, which should be plenty strong enough. And I have marks on here where it belongs, and the fact that it was pre-drilled once before, it should go right back in to the holes. But I'm still lining it up with the marks. One done, 3 more to go. Well, I've got the bracket feet on now, so that part of the project is complete. They were a bit challenging, but I think they came out okay. I can zoom in on one here, but there you go, and they're curved on the front there, so that it matches the curve that we've got on the chest. So the next part of the project is to make the drawer fronts, so we'll get started with that.